Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8, playing the vanilla version on normal Iron Man with a single character. So we have a samurai, we're level 14, trying to get to 15. Looks like we need almost 400,000 experience. Shouldn't take too long, and then I'm going to decide if I want to fight the rogues out there. We have X-ray now to at least see if there's some enemies. Saves us some time. Still no reds. Lots of Impani out there. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome in. How are you doing? You are first. You didn't come in on a break. It's, I think, 2 now within the last week. Something's not right with that. Timing's off. Although I know my timing's been off because I've been streaming really weird hours. Wow. Okay, still no reds. Go to a different building just for fun. No, that doesn't have any impact. Gotten lucky the last few times where you may have been replaced by a clone. So the question is, oh, there we go. There's some reds. If you are replaced by a clone, do we know it's the clone? And what if it was the clone's clone? What if it was a cloned clone? I'll let these guys get a bit closer. Plants. We have plants. There could be dozens of you. We'll have a problem if another one logs you in there. Have you ever seen a movie called Time Crimes? I know the title's probably hard to remember. Yes, it's quite interesting to me. I don't want to give any spoilers, but your cloning mention there made me think of it. It's a very, very interesting movie, in my opinion. Time Crimes. I think that's what it's called. See if you can find it to watch. Yeah. If you do, let me know what you think about it. Because I generally don't like time warp type movies, you know. just because of the infeasibility and violating uh, the laws of thermodynamics and things like that. But this one's really well done. Kill the plants. It's just like says, yeah, sometimes you just have to shrug and say whatever when watching time travel movies. Yeah, I have a hard time with that. If it's magic, I have zero problem, because magic, the intention is to bypass physics. Or skirt them. But superheroes, time travel, all the things that they try to base it on physics, it's like, no, you can't do it that way. You either have to say it's magic and you're ignoring some of the laws of physics, or don't try to make it realistic. Is this the only reds? No, there's another big group over there. Nice. Do you think Back to the Future handled it well? No, well, it handled it better than some do, but no, it's still violating laws of physics in many ways. The problem I always have with time travel is I got a weird concept. I got a weird theory about time and how it works. We do know as you get closer to, as an object gets closer to the speed of light, and we've been able to detect this with like a really sensitive watch getting on a supersonic plane, you know, going across, flying in the air. You can detect a tiny, tiny, tiny slowdown in that object's time. So we've witnessed the watch slow down a tiny bit. I think what is weird to me, and everybody does this, they think the object's going to go back in time when you exceed the speed of light, for example. And my thoughts are, which is why I struggle with any time travel thing, it has nothing to do with that going back in time. It has to do with age of the object. How, you know, objects naturally decay over time. So all the forces in them and everything will naturally just kind of lose energy over time. So instead, I think if you were to exceed speed of light, which I know is not possible, but let's just say it is, then instead what would happen is that object would get more energy invested in it, so its age would reverse, not everything else around it. So the weird thing is, you know, they always make it like it goes back in time. Nothing in the universe ages at the same time. It depends on how fast it's moving. That determines how fast that given object ages, or, you know, loses its energy over time. So it doesn't make any sense that that thing would go back and somehow the whole universe around it would change. It'd be the opposite. That object would just start getting more energy invested into it and reverse the aging on that object. So if something, you know, had lost 10 years of energy, let's say, for example, it starts putting it back into it, so it reverses the aging of the object, not everything else around it. So that's my theory on it. So that's why I always struggle when I see like the whole universe changing, like we're somehow pulling everything else in the universe backwards instead of just that one object. Hey Zombo, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, we got another stream kind of later tonight. Yeah, reverse decay, exactly. And it would be object by object because right now, if you see an object getting closer to the speed of light, we can already witness it slows down the decay. So to me, the logical thing, which again, I don't think you can go past speed of light, but if you just say you can somehow, because it takes an infinite amount of energy to do that, then it would just start investing some of that extra energy that you put in, which you can't because it's past infinity. But if you could, it would invest it in the object to reverse decay. It's all kind of a moot point, but it's kind of fun to talk about regardless. No, I don't see it that way, Zomble. I don't think getting its energy back would reverse the interactions. No, it has nothing to do with that because if you take an object now, you could move it close to the speed of light anywhere in the universe. It doesn't matter where it's at. You could be a trillion miles away, you could be right here. It does not matter. It's 100% dependent on the speed it's moving. So that has nothing to do with the universe. It has nothing to do with where it's at or anything. Yeah, exactly. It's a good thought experiment. But see, my view on that is the whole time travel thing where people go back in time, it violates so many the law of thermodynamics, all kinds of things. And that's why I have a problem with it. Whereas reverse decay would not be doing that. But you can't achieve it anyway. Because of the amount of energy you'd need. It takes more and more energy to get it to go faster and faster, that it becomes infinite. Okay, so these are probably juggernauts. I'm not sure what those are. Those might be greater seekers, or they could just be the weaker ones. Zambol says, I think the whole faster than light or infinite energy is a scam. And Big Bang. You mean you think the Big Bang's a scam? Mr. Spock says, I just need the power of infinite suns to make myself look 10 years younger. Sign me up. No, there's something really weird, and I don't know if it's related to gravity or what, but there's something really weird about the speed. It's almost like what's happening, like you can't witness slowdown of an object at slow speeds. You have to get really close to the speed of light. So you have to be going just ridiculously fast before it starts making a difference, So it's almost like the only analogy I can think of is like if you're going to invest money in something, you're required to put more into the energy fund of the local object every time, depending on how much money you put into the bond fund. It's like the rules set it that way. So, if you want to put a whole bunch of money into this bond fund, you got to put, just a tiny bit of that's going to get drained, in other words, and go over to this fund instead. So it's like you can't get all that energy for the speed into the movement, into the actual speed. Some of it gets invested in the object's decay, slowing that down. So it's like somehow the force or energy being put in automatically also applies to the decay of the object. And to me, that seems like that might be related to gravity or something. That's pretty wild. Zonal says, my car just accelerated from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Therefore, in 1 hour, I'll be moving at 60,000 kilometers per hour. You shoot a fireball, you can't train fire magic only. You'll invest in wizardry as well. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Spock says, on a side, I do hope we may build a fold or warp space at some point, so we can travel distances that would normally require faster than light travel. Yeah, that concept makes a lot of sense. I mean, I feel like with energy, with enough energy, you can do all kinds of things, you know? I'm sure there's something that we have no clue about where you can invest enough energy to do that. I mean, the amount would have to be probably so ridiculous unless you did it over time. Like, you know how you can take if you take a huge gear, like a gear that's 50 feet tall, you can, over time, by turning it, you can move anything with that, pretty much, as long as it's structurally strong enough to hold the load. Even if it's moving super, super slow, you know, as you're rotating it, just because of the thing's so gigantic. So it could be that we could do something like that over time to warp time. Like if a civilization spent 1,000 years putting a whole bunch of energy into, I don't know, I'm gonna use this term because everybody knows what it is, a wormhole. Enough time to keep that energy and going and invested in there. Maybe with time, you could finally, you know, there's so much fun, so many fun things to think about. Where our lives are just so short, we'd never ever, you'd have to go thousands of generations before they would, you know, be able to witness anything really. Mr. Spock says true, or stasis tech. Maybe it'll just freeze people long term. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I mean, the crazy thing is that it for sure works because even frogs do that. You know, they can like kind of be frozen and brought back, and bacteria does it all the time too. Zomble says I wouldn't trust that or teleporters. Yeah. Anything that takes you apart and puts you back together. If you're doing that, you might as well just clone someone instantly anyway. It's like an instant cloning. That seems so unlikely.
And so we prevail. For now.
Come on, Empani. We need some experience. Speaking of sci-fi and time travel, have you guys ever read Three Body Problem? It's a Chinese sci-fi trilogy. No, I have not. I have not heard of it. for some really cool ideas. I need 300,000 experience. It's gonna take forever. It's by an alien race from Alpha Centauri invading Earth to find more suitable home. Gotcha. I really liked 2001, 2010, 2061, and 3001. That was a good four set book. Similar concept in that last book on that one. Not exactly the same, but might actually come out here to help fight these. As long as those seekers don't get me. It's a great balance of sci-fi and drama and motion. Cool. Okay, let's hurry up and run over here real quick.
For now.
Okay. Be a bit careful because there's some more stuff behind us here. Okay. Ah! Did those others despawn? Oh, I know what happened. I bet they're over here. I don't like that. Because if they're over here, they're gonna come running toward me. My X-ray expired, so I can't see where they're at. Yeah, they are over here. Yeah, they were gonna come up over this direction. We almost got scammed. When monsters are split up, they teleport to where the leader of the group is. He must have ran way over here or something. I'm gonna turn on X-ray, I think. Oh, it's 9 spell points. Egg. Oh, they're out of range. Okay. Let's see where they're at. Advances. Ah, it's over here? What the? Sounds like it's coming from over there. Shooting them over this direction. I think it's just because my other speaker's not working well. So it sounds like it's coming out of my right speaker.
Yuridum tapai kurva.
Takes so long to kill. Oh, no, real quick. So we need to enlist some help here. Maybe more equipment out here for us. Lots of Impani dying.
The opposition grows stronger.
Oh, swallowers. That was probably what was on the other side of the wall over here. There's the juggernaut. Lieutenant fleeing for his life. That's pretty rare. As long as we're not in front of these guys shooting, they will hit us. Two juggernauts are down. One thing I'm worried about these guys is the knockout. So I want to get element shield going. That's on that. 93%. One of them finally just got swallowed. Sex. Guess soul shield. That's all he does. Sax, that's 0 help.
And so we prevail.
So here's the
Now,
problem. We rest. They're going to heal up. Okay, let's just do that amount. All right.
and so it begins.
These three over here are the swallowers, I bet. That'll help. Charges, yeah, he's within our fireball range now. You knocked out your own buddy. Insta kill, nice. Probably move out here after this and pull in those seekers too. Because they're right over there. Not seekers, swallowers. They're swallowers. I think so, Zomble. I think we have level 5 spells next. I can always try to apply the level up, and if it's not, I could decide to switch to a rogue. Alright, so the swallowers should be over here.
Prevail. For now.
Just need to get them to come closer. Here we go.
Must be done, must
Okay.
be done.
Element shield. Alright, I think I'm gonna stay here, do this. '86 Earth. And they're level 9, we're level 14. So yeah, we should be able to resist Swallow. RNG cares not for our resistances. Roll scan. Where are the guys? Okay, we're staying right here. Okay, there are more reds over there, really?
For now.
Wow, okay. I'm not going to go out there. We need spell points. And experience, we need 140,000 or so. 150,000. Okay. Reds are gone. Yeah, red's already spawned over there. Okay, that's just seeds or thorns. Okay, the plants.
Must be done.
Plants are great because they give us good experience quickly. Those juggernauts are horrible. They should give about 4 times the experience. One left. Might as well just let them kill him. It's gonna be dead soon. Yes.
And so we prevail. For now.
71,000. All right. More reds. It's only 3 of those. 3 or 4. More vines, okay. We can do vines. We're like 130 away from 15. We are 90 away. Super close. This will give us 70, I think. Let's see. 19, 38, 50. Get that experience, Mr. Spike says. We are. Will the summon elemental be enough to turn the tide? Are we getting dehydrated? I don't know yet. I think summon elemental's the smartest. I think we'll have enough hit points to deal with the rogues. But I'll need to do some calculations. So we check over here real quick.
And so we prevail. For now.
These are spawning so quickly, I'm just being very careful. Okay. Yeah, we need about 30,000 experience. Yeah, some reds already spawned out there. There goes one of the Impani. And it's gone. Unlike the wind. probably just walk around out there as quickly as it's spawning.
유리단을 가까이 걸어봐. 유리단.
87 wizardry.
걸어봐.
Skills are moving. Yep, we're getting it all. Come on, Rhodes. We just need one more, probably. Mythology's 93. Is the plan to charge the bandits once we get level 15 summon? Maybe, but we don't really have to charge them. They're already there. As soon as we go there, we're surrounded. That's why I'm really nervous. I have to be 100% sure we can handle it.
유리단을 가까이 걸어봐.
Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. Greater Seekers. We don't want to fight those on our own.
What must be done must be done.
Okay. This will be our level up. Yeah. It's been spawning so many. It's really trained our mythology. Every time you see a new monster, there's a chance to train mythology. While this round's running, I'm gonna go check out my dog again real quick. Oh wow. They either ran? No, it looks like they're dead. There's only one Stalker Seeker left. We can't reach him. Let's let them take him. Here's our level up.
And so we prevail. For now. Although it is
Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah. I think I gotta get summon elemental, even if it's a weak one. Hey Sever, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How many is that? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice. Yeah, the elemental will be a good distraction, even if they're weak. Okay. 112 hit points. So the rogues, realistically, there's 4 plus the leader, I think. So they can do this first round. Realistically, they could do over 120 damage in one round. Oh, 112 hit points. Really not sure if that's going to cut it. I wish I knew. Yeah, I just don't see how that would work. Because even if I survive the first round, it only gives me 1 round to get something out there like an elemental. Let's see if I can even cast it. Okay, I can at least do power 1 with green. But in theory, we should be able to try to run if they have us completely surrounded. Gosh, I just don't know if we can take that much damage in 1 round. It's very sketchy. Yeah, Divine's really low. I haven't used magic missiles or anything because I haven't been able to. All the things I fought have been too strong and I haven't been able to get close. I have a fire bomb. Let me consolidate some of this. I need to be able to get something on the rogues and next round not die. That's the challenge.
Don't let it.
Tyranny.
Baxos.
Wow, he's still overloaded. So if I hit one with a poison dart and ran, he would probably be dead when we came back. Oh, it's only strength 2. Never mind.
Don't let the
Wouldn't be enough
Tune
damage.
in again.
Wow, lots of reds. 900,000 experience. Ugh. Let's see what we got out here. Okay, those big seekers. Wow, level 12 seekers everywhere. Holy moly. This is actually a ton of experience. I'm gonna wait for these greens to get right there. Look, they're mixed with them. And we're gonna hit them.
The opposition grows stronger. The opposition grows stronger.
I am gonna try to leave. I'm gonna have to turn down frequency on these spawns. Sergeant paralyzed. These guys are getting destroyed.
The opposition grows stronger.
Holy moly, look at this. Yeah. I gotta crank this down. I'll set it back to the default. Gotta get out of his line of fire. This thing kill us so quickly. Got a lieutenant here. Log out again. She's your problems, guys. Be right back.
The opposition grows stronger.
As soon as I'm done with this fight, I'll have to be done tonight. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do. I want to decrease frequency. Okay, there's nothing within range there. Or if I want to get one more level. 900,000. I'd probably get it in the next stream if I really wanted to. I'm gonna go in here. There's more guys. Yeah, there's one trying to get to us right here. Okay.
I'm so
23,000. Wow.
I am no longer afflicted.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to save it. I'll have to remember those are out there the next time I play. It's gonna be a challenge to get through. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.